Hi guys, welcome back. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, I'm Janelle and it's time for some makeup. In today's video, I'm going to be walking you through a very natural makeup look. It's not everyday red carpet or ball gown kind of makeup, and some days I like to actually just pull it back. Maybe you're going to meet someone for the first time and you don't want to look like a totally different person. I know many of you come to my channel to see me go from this into a totally different human being with a totally different face, but some days you just want to maybe take a passport photo, or you're just going out very quickly and you don't want to get too heavy with your makeup. So that's the vibe for today. That's what we're going to be venturing into. For my primer today, I'm going to go in with a simple product. This is the Simple Clear Skin Oil Balancing Moisturizer. It has zinc in it. It controls shine and it is naturally antibacterial. And this is what I'm going to prime my skin with, my face with today. I have oily skin, so whether or not I'm going in for a heavier makeup look or a more simple natural look, I like something that actually controls the oil on my skin. We still don't want to look like a greasy hot mess midway through the day. And I find this product is very, very good at controlling the oil on my skin. It feels nice. It's a nice lightweight moisturizer, but it also controls shine, so you get the best of both worlds. For foundation today, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline. This is the Matte Poreless, and this is for normal to oily skin. The Matte Poreless foundation from the Fit Me line. This gives me a medium coverage because, as I said, the theme for today is a very natural vibe. Nothing too over the top. And in this foundation, I'm shade 340 Cappuccino. So we're nicely blended out, and as you can still see, it still looks like skin. It's very natural looking, and whatever blemishes I have on my forehead, when I go in with my bronzer and my powders, that will cover it up nicely. So the makeup is going to be nice and lightweight. For concealer, I'm going to go in with the M.A.C, the Studio Fix 24-Hour Concealer. Now when I'm doing my natural makeup looks, my concealer placement is a little different. I'm just going to work under my eyes. I'm not going to bring it down around my nose or around my mouth. I'm just going to concentrate it under my eyes. A little bit in the middle of the forehead. I still like to highlight down the bridge of my nose. And a little bit on my chin. Alright, I don't need all that brightness to the center of my face. I just want to conceal any bags. I have bags that I may have under my eyes, just to brighten that area there a little bit. But we're not going to overdo it with the concealer. And this one is a nice shade. This is NC45 in that concealer that I'm using. I'm just going to go in now and set those areas that we concealed. For setting today, I'm using the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the shade number 35 Deep. Now when I'm going in with my natural makeup, I don't contour my cheekbones. However, I do like to sculpt my nose a little bit. So I'm going in with the Milani Contour and Highlight Dual Stick. And I'm just going to lightly contour my nose. This is like a non-negotiable. I just love to contour my nose. And I'm going to blend it out with an eyeshadow brush so that I have the precision. Instead of contouring my cheekbones, I just bronze that area, to be quite honest. I find the bronzer works nicely at bringing back some definition and some shadows to the face. And I'm going to make sure that that contour is nicely blended out because I don't want any harsh lines. It's supposed to be your face but enhanced. To set my foundation down and to just give me a little bit more coverage, I'm going to go in with the black Opal, the True Color. This is the Ultra Matte Foundation Powder in the shade 450 Medium Dark. Now because this is a foundation powder, it gives slightly a little bit more coverage. However, I don't go in with too much. I just press it into the face very, very lightly. And do you guys like more natural makeup, or do you like, you know, to look like if you're going to a party every time you do your makeup? I know this is perfect for if you work in an office, if you're going to work. This makeup look is perfect for that. And actually some of you may say, oh my god, that's so extra. I mean, my natural makeup might be extra to you guys, but this is what I'm doing when I want a more natural look for the day. Alright, so that's done. I'm going to go in with my bronzer. And you guys know that I love the Juvia's Place bronzer. But today I'm not going to mix the two shades. I'm just going to stick with the lighter shade. So far we have the color of your foundation, just the slight under eye concealer shade, and your bronzer shade. So the face has dimension, it's not flat looking or anything like that. So you're just working with those natural colors. Just going to take some of that bronzer over where I would have contoured, just to set down that cream bronzer. And make sure that you work it into the head of your brow, because that area looks so beautiful when it is nicely sculpted. And I'm just going over that with my powder brush to make sure that everything is blended, and just to dust away the highlight that I would have placed on my nose. So my brows are done. I primed my lids with some of the same MAC 24-Hour Studio Fix concealer, you know, just to blank my lids out. I find even if I'm doing a natural makeup look, I still need to go in and prime my eyes because I have very oily lids, and my lids are not all one color, so I just want to have a blank slate to work with. For eyeshadow today, I'm going to go in with the L.A.Girl, the Break Free palette. Now this palette has some beautiful brown tones in it, and these are the colors that I'm going to be going in with today for my eyeshadow look. I'm going to work the color called Sunset in my crease, and we're going in only with matte shades, and it's going to be so simple. And I'm just buffing that in my crease and a little bit higher. Now if you want to, you can just go in with your bronzer and work your bronzer all over your lids. I think that's a very beautiful look when you just go in with your bronzer and have that, you know, that color all over your lids. But I'm doing it this way today because I guess, as I said, my natural looks are a little bit more extra. But I love to go in with brown shades. I find it gives such a very pretty, natural looking, very muted eye look. I'm going to switch brushes and go into the shade called Beauty, which is a darker brown, and just work that on my crease and my outer edge. Just for a nice gradient. And it's almost like if you're doing like a smoky eye, like a brown smoky eye. Yeah. I'm going to use the darkest brown in the palette. It's a shade called Strong, and just work that on the center of my lid. I'm going to go back in with the first shade called Sunset and just define my lower lash line. So for mascara, I went in with the L'Oreal The Lash Paradise. I find this mascara is very good at like giving me volume and thickness. It doesn't give me the most amount of lengthening, but that's okay because you can either leave the look like this, but I like to put lashes on. Please don't judge me. I know it's a natural makeup look, but I just love the way how lashes tend to just, you know, open up your eyes a little bit more. So I will spend the time and put some lashes on. Alrighty, so I pop my lashes on. That's just my coffee. I haven't finished my first coffee of the day. So we're gonna go in with some blush. Now for my natural looks, since I like to keep everything in the, you know, brown tones and nice warm tones for my skin, I'm going to go in with a Palladio Matte Blush in the shade Tipsy. Now this is a coral blush. It's not pink. I don't want anything pink. I just want something that's close to the bronzer color. I find a more coral blush looks so much more natural than a pink blush. Don't get me wrong, I love a pink blush. I love a pink blush. I'm not going to sit here and say I don't love a pink blush. But for the days when I'm going more naturals and sticking to more neutral tones, you'll catch me going in with a coral blush. For lips, I'm going to start by lining my lips with a brown pencil. This is an L.A.Girl Perfect Precision pencil. Mine is itty bitty because I love it, and it's in the shade Chocolate. For my lip color, we're going to go in today with a L'Oreal. This is a lip stain, the liquid lip stain in the shade I Explore, and that's the shade. A nice brown with a hint of pink, but nothing too much. It's more brown than pink. And it's a lip stain, so the formula is very thin. It's not a very thick formula, but it dries down very nice. However, we're going to top it with a gloss. For gloss, I'm going in with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. These are the ones with hyaluronic acid. They are so moisturizing on the lips, and this is in the shade Amber. That's the shade. And they smell so good. They smell like caramel or like butterscotch. Right, I'm gonna lock everything in with a little bit of the Maybelline Lasting Fix Setting Spray. This is a 16-hour setting spray, and although it's natural makeup, we still need to make sure that we lock, everything in place. Alright guys, and there we have it. This is my very natural makeup look. I've walked you through all of the steps. Remember, when we're doing a more when I am doing a more natural look, one thing in particular that I concentrate on is the placement of my concealer. I just normally go under the eyes because I want to just brighten that area and just cancel out any darkness from any bags that I might have under my eyes. But I don't bring it around. I don't bring it around the sides of my nose and above my lips like I normally would for my more full glam makeup looks. I didn't contour my cheeks. I just used my bronzer to bring dimension back to my face because I love that look when I'm going in for a more muted, a more laid back something. Might be going on a first date and you're not ready to glam it out fully. You just want to look like yourself, but an enhanced version of yourself. So guys, this is the way how I do it. Let me know in the comments if this is the same approach you take to your makeup when you're going for a more natural look. Let me know that. Or let me know if you're one of those chicks that like to cut crease, full glam all the time, every day. They can have it. Alright, so thank you very much for hanging out with me. Drop me a comment letting me know how your day is going. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And until next time, take care. See you soon, guys. Bye.